औज़ुबिल्लाहिमिनश्शैतानिर्रजीम बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम अस्सलाम वालेकुम। मेरा नाम फरहान जाफर इकॉमर्स वाला और मैं रेहान स्कूल इस्लामाबाद कैंपस में लेवल 1 का स्टूडेंट हूँ। जैसा कि आप सबको पता है, मैं जब भी आता हूँ एक न्यू कॉलोनी या मैं सेशन के साथ आता हूँ, तो आज हमारे साथ सारा बच्चे मौजूद हैं।
Hello, Farhan.
आज
It's
हम
nice to meet you.
अपने टॉपिक के ऊपर
You
बात
said you're in level 1 at Islamabad campus.
यस
What course are you studying?
आज हम इनके ऊपर पूरी डिस्कशन करेंगे। जो सा हमारा टॉपिक है, सारा बाजी के साथ कन्वर्सेशन करने वाला वो टॉपिक है व्हाई आर प्लांट्स कॉल्ड द लंग्स ऑफ अर्थ। तो आज हम प्लांट्स के ऊपर बात करेंगे सारा बाजी के साथ। तो चलिए शुरू करते हैं। हेलो।
That's an interesting topic. Plants are very important. What specifically about them would you like to discuss?
Yes, my first question is about you. What does it means then? Why saying the people's the lungs is plants of earth? Hello, Sarvaji, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. What would you like to talk about?
So my question is, what does it mean when we say plants are the lungs of earth?
That's a great way to put it. Plants are called the lungs of the earth because they help clean the air by taking in carbon dioxide and releasing oxygen, which is what we breathe, just like our lungs help us breathe.
Okay, that sounds good. So my next question about to you, how do plants produce oxygen for us?
Plants produce oxygen through a process called photosynthesis. They use sunlight, water, and carbon dioxide to create their own food, and oxygen is a byproduct of that process.
What process in plants to uh, releasing oxygen into the air?
The process is called photosynthesis, where plants use sunlight, water, and carbon dioxide to create their own food, and oxygen is a byproduct of that process.
Okay, good. So my next question about to you, why do humans and animals need oxygen?
Humans and animals need oxygen to perform the process of cellular respiration. This process uses oxygen to break down food and produce energy that their bodies need to function. Does that make sense?
Yes, it's make like more sense. So my next question about you, how does photosynthesis help the earth breathe?
Photosynthesis helps the earth breathe by removing carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, which helps regulate the planet's climate, and releasing oxygen, which is essential for many living things to survive. It's a vital cycle. Does that make sense?
Yes, it makes sense. So my next question about you, what gas do
Please go ahead. I'm ready to answer whatever you'd like to ask.
yes, my next question about you, what gas do plants take from the atmosphere?
Plants take in carbon dioxide from the atmosphere for photosynthesis. Would you like to know more about that?
So my next question about you, what part of the plants help in gas exchange?
The gas exchange in plants primarily happens through tiny pores on the leaves called stomata. Would you like to know more about them?
Yes.
Stomata are tiny pores, usually on the underside of leaves, that allow gases to enter and exit the plant. They control the flow of oxygen and carbon dioxide and water vapor. Does that help?
Okay, my next question about you, how do leaves help in making oxygen?
Leaves contain chlorophyll, which helps them absorb sunlight. This sunlight is used in the process of photosynthesis to convert water and carbon dioxide into oxygen and energy for the plant. Does that make sense?
Yes, so my next question about you, why is sunlight
Yes.
important for plants produce oxygen?
Sunlight is important for plants to produce oxygen because it acts as the energy source for the process of photosynthesis. This energy is needed to convert water and carbon dioxide into oxygen and energy. Does that make sense?
Okay, my next question about you. How does water help plants resolve oxygen?
Water is one of the main ingredients for photosynthesis. Plants use water along with sunlight and carbon dioxide to create oxygen and energy. Does that make sense?
Yes, so my next question about you. What happens to Earth if there are no plants?
If there were no plants, the Earth's atmosphere would gradually become depleted of oxygen, and carbon dioxide levels would rise, making it impossible for many living things, including humans, to survive. Does that make sense?
Yes, you can explain more on it.
If there were no plants, the entire ecosystem would collapse. Plants are a fundamental part of the food chain, and without them, many animals would starve. The absence of plants would also lead to soil erosion and affect water cycles, making the planet much less habitable. Does that clarify things?
Yes, it's clarify later with things. You can explain more on it about how can it takes.
Sure, let me expand on that. When I mentioned the entire ecosystem collapsing, I meant that the loss of plants would have a cascading effect. Think about animals that rely only on plants for food. They would starve, and then the animals that eat those animals would also be affected. It would disrupt everything. Is there anything specific you'd like to know more about?
Yes, so my next question about you. How does cutting trees after the oxygen leave?
Cutting down trees or deforestation significantly affects the oxygen balance. Since trees and plants produce oxygen through photosynthesis, fewer trees means less oxygen being produced. It also means more carbon dioxide remains in the atmosphere. Does that make sense?
Yes, so my next question about you. How does affection importance human health
Def-
deforestation? How does deforestation important human health?
Deforestation has several negative impacts on human health. With fewer trees, there's less oxygen produced and more carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, contributing to respiratory issues. It also contributes to climate change, which can have various health implications. Does that make sense?
Yes, it makes a lot of sense. So my next question about you. How does efforts did people can give us to recognize that ones?
It can be difficult to directly recognize the impact of deforestation on oxygen levels in the atmosphere, as these changes happen slowly and over large areas. However, you might notice changes in air quality or more extreme weather patterns, which can be indirect indicators of deforestation's impact. Would you like to know more about those changes?
Hello, Assalamu alaikum. Sorry for it. We can connecting again to our device because of there was some net issue. So my next question about to you: How does cutting of trees is affect our environment?
Cutting down trees has a lot of negative effects. It leads to deforestation, which causes habitat loss for many animals, and it contributes to climate change because trees absorb carbon dioxide. It can also lead to soil erosion. What else are you curious about regarding this?
So my next question about to you: How does plants clean our nature by naturally?
Plants help clean our environment.
Yes, you can continue your answer.
So, as I was saying, plants help clean our environment by absorbing carbon dioxide and releasing oxygen, which we all need to breathe. They also filter pollutants from the air and water. It's quite amazing how they work.
So my next question about you: how does plants more trees improve the quality of life?
More trees and plants improve quality of life by giving us cleaner air and water, reducing noise pollution, and creating more beautiful and peaceful surroundings. They also help regulate the climate and can lower temperatures in cities. It's a really positive thing for everyone.
So my next question about you: why is it important to protect forest for oxygen suppliers?
Protecting forests is incredibly important for our oxygen supply because they are the largest natural oxygen producers on Earth through photosynthesis. They're like the lungs of our planet. Does that make sense?
Yes, it makes sense. So my next question about you: can you explain the procedure of photosynthesis in simple words?
Yes. Photosynthesis is the process where plants use sunlight, water, and carbon dioxide to create their own food, releasing oxygen as a byproduct. It's how they grow and produce the air we breathe. Does that help clarify it?
So my next question about you: how do plants absorb carbon dioxide from air?
Plants absorb carbon dioxide through small pores on their leaves, called stomata. These pores open and close to let gases in and out. It's like the way we breathe through our noses. Any other questions about that?
My next question about you: how does plant release oxygen into atmosphere?
Plants release oxygen through the same pores called stomata after they've used carbon dioxide during photosynthesis. It's basically a waste product for them, but a vital thing for us. Would you like to know more about how this works?
So my next question about you: why is photosynthesis called the life of plants?
Photosynthesis is called the life of plants because it's how they produce their own food, giving them the energy to grow, reproduce, and survive. Without photosynthesis, plants wouldn't be able to exist, and that would have major consequences for all life on Earth. Does that make sense?
Yes. So my next question about you: how do green plants cover sunlight into energy?
Green plants convert sunlight into energy through the process of photosynthesis using chlorophyll, which is the pigment that gives them their green color. Chlorophyll absorbs sunlight, which is then used to convert carbon dioxide and water into sugar, which is their food. Does that help understand how it works?
So my next question about you: how can schools and companies and communication help protecting plants?
Schools and communities can help protect plants by educating students and the public about their importance, organizing tree planting drives, and creating community gardens. Companies can implement sustainable practices, reduce their waste, and support reforestation efforts. Communication can help by spreading awareness and encouraging people to take action to protect plants. Does that make sense?
Yes. So my next question about you: uh, what are some ways humans can harm plants' life?
Humans can harm plant life in many ways, such as cutting down trees for lumber and agriculture, polluting the air and water, introducing invasive species, and contributing to climate change. These actions disrupt ecosystems and harm plants' ability to thrive. Does that help understand how humans can harm them?
Yes, it understand that once. How does
Great.
how does cutting plants after animals with life, wildlife?
Cutting down plants affects wildlife in a big way, especially by causing habitat loss. Animals rely on plants for food and shelter, so please continue. I was saying that when plants are cut down, animals lose their homes and sources of food, which can lead to them becoming endangered. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yes. So my next question about you: why are plants important
Certainly.
survival during natural?
Plants are important for survival during natural disasters because they provide shelter, help prevent flooding and soil erosion, and they can provide food and water in some cases. They help protect people and the environment during those difficult times. Does that make sense?
Okay, and my next question about you. At the end, you can giving last advice for my viewers on the topic of plants.
My advice for your viewers is to remember how important plants are for our world. They provide us with oxygen, clean our air and water, and create beautiful ecosystems. Let's take care of them, appreciate their value, and do our best to protect them. Do you have any other questions?
So viewers, this is our colony session. I hope you like it. We can coming on next colony and Sara Baji session. Till then, Allah Hafiz.
I have created your English conversation scorecard.
So how much reward you can give me? Oh, eight. Thank you so much, Sarabaji. So, viewers, if you can contact this, so you can go on sarabaji.com and you can to contribute with him and improve your English like me. So, thank you so much for watching my video. We can coming on next video. Till then, Allah Hafiz.